Hey everyone, welcome back to Ontario Gardening. Today I'm going to show you a quick, easy, and affordable way to do these Christmas planters, or they're better known as Christmas urns. So there's three components that you need for these. You're going to need a container, your your greenery, and then you're going to need your decorations. So the first thing to note is your container. So you can get these at the dollar store. You can reuse old containers, and you can do whatever size that you want to do. Inside of the container, you're just going to need some dirt. You don't need anything fancy. It can literally be garden dirt, grass dirt, sand, anything cheap. It doesn't matter because we're not feeding these plants. They've already cut and dyed. We're just literally using it as a base to put stuff in. So that's it for the container. So you can do that super, super cheap. The second thing you need is some greenery. And again, you could get this for free if you know somebody or you have stuff on your property. We cut this from our property for nothing. So you are looking at things like cedar, pine, fir. I've seen people use juniper. You can use whatever you like, get as creative as you want with it. And then you are going to take big pieces like this, and then we're going to cut them down. I'll show you that in a second. And then your third component is you are looking at decorations. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you what decorations to use. Everybody's different. You all have your own styles, color themes. If you look on Google or Pinterest, there's so many different ideas for inspiration. But I got these all at the dollar store. I'm using some sticks here that I cut off the property for nothing. If you wanted that birch look, because birch looks really nice, and if you don't have access to birch, you could spray paint these white, get that birch effect. But yeah, and then these are from the dollar store. I got these decorations, and then these were just like, I got a 4-pack of pine cones and glued them onto some kebab sticks. And it was the same as these things. I got these at the dollar store. Same thing, a big pack, glue them on. You could glue dollar store ornaments or repurposed ornaments on the end of those. The possibilities are endless. There's so many different things you can decorate with. I got some bows from the dollar store. So moving into it, we've got our container, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place some greenery inside. So get creative with how you want it to look. These pieces are too big. I wanted to show you what it would look like if we just rammed big pieces into the container. We're going to cut them down at different lengths and kind of place them in all over the place. So I'm going to do that off camera and just kind of show you what it looks like when it's done, so you can see what it looks like. So what I'm going to personally do to make this look as full as possible is I am going to create a backdrop with some of my pieces. And now I'm going to put my decorations in where I want them in the soil. And again, we're just like pushing them into the soil, nothing fancy. And then once I kind of get where I want my decorations to be, I will build and fill in around them so it looks nice and full with different layers of different greenery. So let me put those in and I'll show you what I mean. So I've got my backdrop here. Let's put in those decorations. Okay, so in front of that backdrop, I've got my bigger decorations. So like these pieces sticking out here in the logs. I'm going to save the little ones to kind of do at the front once I fill this in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a bunch of pieces, fill everything in, layering it, as you can see, like different layers of height, and fill, and then we'll put the other decorations on. Okay, so now you can see I've cut little pieces like smaller like this to put in front of here. I've cut smaller pieces and put them to the side, and I've done layers of different greenery, these here, and now I'm going to add my smaller little ornaments here. So I'm just going to throw this in here, and then we're going to throw this guy kind of to the side here. And then I'm going to put my two presents on the front and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I went and added the two little ornaments in the front, trying to hide their sticks the best that I can. Now I am going to add a bow, and then I'll prop them up on the barbecue and show you what it looks like. So I kind of put my presents on an angle here. I cut a little bit more, like a couple smaller pieces to hide the shish kebab sticks of the pine cones so they look more floating than they do stuck on there with sticks. I added this big bow, which might be a little much, but they shouldn't be when we get back outside to the big urns that we have. But anyways, so this is what I think this cost me like $5, if that, to make my own Christmas planter. Let me take you to the front and show you what this looks like out front. And then I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to take us to the neighbors and show you theirs. They purchased theirs, so we can kind of just give you an instance of like what a homemade one looks like and what like a $50 one looks like. So let's go take a gander at those. And so here are our Christmas planters. As I said, I have these big tall ones from the summer, but here are our Christmas planters outside. So just backing up, you can see them, and I'll show you the other side. So they're really, really pretty. Now let me go show you what a paid planter looks like just over at the neighbors. We gotta be stealth, I don't want to be suspicious. So they still look equally as good, but we got ours for under $5. So I just want to say, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another video before Christmas. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. If you celebrate, if not, happy holidays. We have loved having you this year and this season for gardening and canning tutorials. We've got lots of good stuff coming up. I have got my planning starting. I'm going to shoot a video in the new year, tell you what we're canning up. So thank you so much for joining us on this tutorial of making your own planters on the cheap. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.